यहाँ पर आपको एजुकेशन, एक्सप्लेनेशन, टॉप 10 क्वेश्चंस, इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस और एग्जाम्स के मुताबिक न्यू अपडेट्स मिलती रहेंगी।
My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the MBA third semester subject Industrial Relations and Labor Laws HR as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 2 first important short question is Industrial Disputes. Industrial disputes mean problems or disagreements between workers and management related to work. These problems may be about wages, working hours, leave, bonus, promotion, safety, or termination of jobs. When workers feel they are treated unfairly and management does not listen to them, disputes arise. The main reasons for industrial disputes are low salary, delay in payment, long working hours, unsafe working conditions, job insecurity, and poor communication. If disputes are not solved in time, they may result in strikes by workers or lockouts by management, which affect production and business. Example: if factory workers demand an increase in wages and better safety equipment, but the management rejects their demand, workers may stop work. This situation is called an industrial dispute. Industrial disputes disturb industrial peace, reduce productivity, and cause financial loss to both workers and employers. To avoid this, disputes are settled through negotiation, collective bargaining, conciliation, arbitration, or courts under the Industrial Disputes Act, 1947. In short, industrial disputes are workplace conflicts that need peaceful solutions to maintain harmony. Next important short question is 2. Alternate Dispute Resolution Strategies, ADR. Alternate dispute resolution (ADR) strategies are methods to solve industrial disputes peacefully without going to court. They help employers and workers resolve conflicts quickly, save time, and maintain good relations. The main ADR methods are 1. Negotiation. Workers and management discuss directly to reach an agreement. 2. Conciliation mediation. A neutral person, conciliator or mediator, helps both sides find a solution. 3. Collective bargaining. Workers' representatives and management meet to agree on wages, working conditions, or benefits. 4. Arbitration. A neutral third party listens to both sides and gives a binding decision. 5. Voluntary arbitration. Both sides agree in advance to accept the arbitrator's decision. Example: if employees demand higher wages and the management refuses, a mediator can meet both sides to help them agree on a fair salary increase. In simple words, ADR is solving disputes peacefully, quickly, and fairly without harming work or productivity. It keeps both workers and employers happy. Next important short question is 3. Collective bargaining. Collective bargaining is a process where workers, through their representatives, like trade unions, negotiate with management to agree on work-related matters. These matters can include wages, bonuses, working hours, leave, promotions, safety, and other benefits. The main goal is to reach a fair agreement that satisfies both workers and management, avoids conflicts, and maintains industrial peace. It is called collective because the workers act together as a group rather than individually, giving them more strength and voice in negotiations. Example: if employees demand a salary hike, improved safety, and better working hours, the union meets the management to discuss these points. After discussion and compromise, both sides may sign an agreement that fixes wages and working conditions. In simple words, collective bargaining is workers and management sitting together, talking and agreeing on fair work terms. It helps prevent strikes, improves trust, and keeps the workplace peaceful and productive. Next important short question is 4. Negotiation, conciliation, mediation. Negotiation is when the employer and employees or their representatives directly talk to solve a dispute without involving anyone else. They try to reach a solution that both agree on. Example: workers ask for a salary increase, and management negotiates and agrees to a smaller increase that both find acceptable. Conciliation is when a neutral third party, called a conciliator, helps the employer and employees discuss the issue and find a solution. The conciliator does not force a decision but suggests ways to settle. Example: a government officer listens to both sides during a strike and proposes a compromise. Mediation is similar but more active. The mediator guides both sides, gives ideas, and helps them reach an agreement. Unlike conciliation, mediation is more structured and may include formal meetings. Remember, negotiation direct talks, conciliation friendly suggestion, mediation guided settlement. Next important short question is 5. Adjudication and voluntary arbitration. Adjudication is when a legal authority, like a labor court or tribunal, decides the outcome of a dispute. Here, the decision is binding, and both sides must follow it. Example: if workers claim unpaid wages and the company refuses, the labor court hears both sides and gives a final order on how much the company must pay. Voluntary arbitration is when both the employer and employees agree voluntarily to let a neutral third party, called an arbitrator, resolve the dispute. The arbitrator listens to both sides and gives a decision, which is usually accepted by both, though not always legally binding unless agreed. Example: management and workers cannot agree on bonus payments, so they choose an arbitrator to settle the matter. Remember, adjudication legal authority decides, must follow, voluntary arbitration both agree to a neutral decision, usually accepted. Next important short question is 6. Management of industrial cooperation. Industrial cooperation means building a friendly and cooperative relationship between management and workers so that both work together for the growth of the organization. It focuses on trust, participation, and teamwork rather than conflict. Management of industrial cooperation involves methods to encourage this teamwork. 1. Works committees. Groups of workers and management meet regularly to discuss workplace issues. Example: a factory forms a committee to improve safety and reduce accidents. 2. Joint problem solving. Management and workers discuss problems and find solutions together. Example: both sides agree on a new shift system that suits employees and production targets. 3. Employee welfare schemes. Benefits like health care, canteen, and transport facilities promote cooperation. Remember, good industrial cooperation, happy workers plus smooth production plus fewer disputes. Next important short question is 7. Labor management cooperation. Labor management cooperation, LMC, is when workers and management work together as partners to improve productivity, solve problems, and maintain industrial peace. It focuses on mutual trust, teamwork, and participation rather than disputes. Key methods of labor management cooperation. 1. Joint committees. Groups of employees and management meet to discuss work-related issues. Example: a company forms a committee to reduce workplace accidents and improve safety measures. 2. Participative management. Employees take part in decision-making for better production and working conditions. Example, workers suggest changes in the production process that reduce time and cost. 3. Welfare measures. Benefits like health care, canteen, housing, and transport help workers feel valued and motivated. Remember, LMC is equal to cooperation plus participation plus welfare, happy workers plus smooth production plus fewer disputes. Next, Unit 2. Long questions. First important long question is 1. Management of discipline. Management of discipline is the process by which an organization ensures that employees follow rules, regulations, and acceptable behavior at work. It helps maintain order, efficiency, and a smooth working environment. Discipline is not just about punishment, it is about guiding employees to behave correctly and perform well. Importance of discipline. 1. Smooth operations. When employees follow rules, work processes are smooth. 2. Productivity. Disciplined employees complete tasks on time, increasing efficiency. 3. Good industrial relations. Fair discipline reduces conflicts between management and workers. Methods of managing discipline. 1. Preventive measures. Setting clear rules and expectations. Educating employees about company policies. Example, a company provides an employee handbook explaining rules about attendance, safety, and behavior. 2. Corrective measures. Taking action when rules are broken, like warning letters, fines, suspension, or dismissal. Actions should be fair, consistent, and timely. Example, an employee repeatedly coming late may first get a verbal warning, then a written warning, and if behavior continues, suspension. 3. Counseling and guidance. Managers talk to employees to help them improve instead of just punishing. Example, a worker underperforming may get training and guidance to improve efficiency. 4. Disciplinary committees. Some companies form committees to handle serious misconduct. Example, theft or fraud in a company is investigated by a disciplinary committee before deciding punishment. Principles of discipline. Be consistent, same rules for everyone. Be fair, no bias or favoritism. Communicate clearly, employees must know the rules and consequences. Remember, discipline is not just punishment, it's a way to guide, motivate, and maintain order. A disciplined workplace, happy workers plus smooth operations plus better productivity. Next important long question is 2. The Industrial Employment, Standing Orders, Act, 1946. The Industrial Employment, Standing Orders Act, 1946 is a law in India that ensures every industrial establishment clearly defines the rules and terms of employment for its workers. The main aim is to reduce disputes between employers and employees by making the workplace rules transparent and known to everyone. Applicability. It applies to industrial establishments employing 100 or more workers, as per amendments. Some states may apply it to 50 workers. Every factory or company covered under this act must have standing orders. Standing orders are the written rules that explain employees' rights, duties, and workplace procedures. These include 1. Classification of workers, permanent, temporary, apprentices. 2. Working hours, holidays, and leave rules. 3. Pay, wages, and allowances. 4. Disciplinary rules and procedures. 5. Termination and suspension rules. Procedure. 1. The employer drafts standing orders and submits them to the certifying officer, usually a labor officer. 2. The officer reviews the rules, ensures fairness, and certifies them. 3. Once certified, the rules become binding on both employer and employees. Importance: prevents misunderstandings between workers and management. Reduces industrial disputes related to discipline, leave, or termination. Helps employees know their rights and obligations clearly. Example: if a worker is suspended, the standing orders clearly define why suspension happens, who approves it, and the process of appeal. This prevents arbitrary action by management and ensures fairness. Remember, think of the Act as a rulebook for the workplace. Just like in sports, where everyone must follow rules, in factories and offices, standing orders ensure everyone knows the do's and don'ts. Clear rules, fewer disputes, smooth work environment. Next important long question is 3. Nature, causes, extent, and methods of settling industrial disputes. Industrial disputes occur when there is a conflict between employers and employees regarding work conditions, pay, or rights. These disputes can affect productivity and industrial peace, so understanding and managing them is important. Nature of industrial disputes. Conflicts between employer and employees or workers and management. Can be related to wages, working conditions, discipline, or job security. Can be individual, one worker versus management, or collective, group of workers versus management. Causes of industrial disputes. 1. Wages and salaries, delays, low pay, or unfair allowances. 2. Working conditions, unsafe workplace, long hours, lack of facilities. 3. Unfair treatment, bias, favoritism, or discrimination. 4. Job security, layoffs, retrenchment, or termination. 5. Poor communication, misunderstandings between workers and management. Extent of industrial disputes. Can range from minor disagreements to major strikes or lockouts. Sometimes affects only one department, sometimes it affects the entire organization or industry. Methods of settling industrial disputes. 1. Negotiation, direct discussion between employer and employees to resolve issues. Example: workers request bonus increase, management and workers agree on a compromise. 2. Conciliation, a neutral conciliator helps both sides reach a solution. Example: government officer suggests adjustments in salary during a strike. 3. Mediation, mediator actively guides discussions and proposes solutions. Example: mediator suggests new work timings acceptable to both sides. 4. Arbitration, both parties agree to let a neutral arbitrator give a binding decision. Example: bonus dispute resolved by an arbitrator. 5. Adjudication, legal authority like a labor court gives a binding decision. Remember, causes: wages, working conditions, unfair treatment. Methods: negotiation, direct, conciliation, suggestion, mediation, guided, arbitration, neutral decision, adjudication, legal order. Key tip: managing disputes quickly and fairly ensures industrial peace, better productivity, and happy employees. Next important long question is 4. Industrial Disputes Act, 1947. The Industrial Disputes Act, 1947 is a key law in India designed to prevent and resolve disputes between employers and employees. Its main aim is to promote industrial peace, protect workers' rights, and regulate fair practices in the workplace. Applicability: applies to all industries employing workers. Covers both individual disputes, one worker, and collective disputes, group of workers. Objectives of the Act: 1. Prevent disputes by promoting harmonious relations. 2. Resolve disputes quickly through proper methods. 3. Protect workers from unfair treatment, layoffs, or retrenchment. 4. Maintain industrial peace and continuous production. Key provisions. 1. Works of settlement machinery. Conciliation officers help settle disputes voluntarily. Boards of conciliation, group of experts who try to resolve disputes. Courts of inquiry investigate causes of disputes. 2. Strikes and lockouts. Defines conditions under which strikes or lockouts can happen. Prevents illegal strikes or lockouts. 3. Layoff, retrenchment, and closure. Provides rules for laying off workers, terminating jobs, or closing units. Employers must follow proper notice and compensation rules. 4. Adjudication. Disputes can be referred to labor courts, industrial tribunals, or national tribunals for binding decisions. Example. If a factory plans to lay off 50 workers, it must follow the procedure in the Act, give notice, and pay compensation. If workers strike illegally, the employer can seek legal protection under this Act. Remember, think of the Industrial Disputes Act as a rulebook for maintaining industrial peace. It provides a step-by-step guide for preventing, resolving, and legally handling disputes. Following this law, fair treatment for workers plus smooth production plus reduced conflicts. Next important long question is 5. Write about workers' participation in management and democracy in industries. Workers' participation in management, WPM, is a system where workers get a say in the decision-making of an organization. It is based on the idea that employees are partners in the business, not just workers who follow orders. WPM promotes industrial harmony, better productivity, and mutual trust. Forms of workers' participation. 1. Works committees. Small groups of workers and management meet regularly to discuss workplace issues. Example. A factory committee discusses ways to reduce accidents and improve safety. 2. Joint management councils. Employees participate in planning, budgeting, or production decisions. Example. Workers suggest changes in shift timings that improve both efficiency and comfort. 3. Board-level participation. Workers get representation on the company's board of directors to voice their opinions. Example, a worker director raises concerns about welfare facilities during board meetings. Democracy in industries means giving employees a voice in decisions that affect their work, pay, and conditions. It encourages transparency, fairness, and accountability in management. Benefits of WPM and industrial democracy. Improves industrial relations and reduces disputes. Encourages innovation, as workers share practical ideas. Builds trust and motivation, leading to higher productivity. Reduces strikes and conflicts, ensuring smooth production. Example, in a large IT company, employees participate in decision-making about work-from-home policies. Their feedback is considered before final rules are implemented. This makes employees feel valued, reduces dissatisfaction, and improves teamwork. Remember, think of WPM as employees as partners and democracy in industries as employees' voice matters. When workers participate in management, happier workforce plus better decisions plus smooth operations plus industrial peace.